welcome back. Arroz con salchicha, or in English, rice with Vienna sausages. This is one of my favorite meals growing up in Puerto Rico, back in the island. When I was a young child and a teenager, my aunt, Titi Betty, is how we call her. Titi means aunt. That's how we call them in Puerto Rico. And my grandmother, they used to prepare this for me. And the way I'm going to prepare this, the rice is going to be very nice. It's not going to be mushy together or anything like that. So go nowhere. Let's have some fun. Let's create. So let's get started with the arroz con salchicha or rice with Vienna sausages. I love this growing up in Puerto Rico. I already said that, so I'm going to say it again. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my annatto oil. I prepared this annatto oil the other day, and I have a link in my description telling you how to prepare this annatto oil for that beautiful color. And because I'm using annatto oil, and it's an oil, I don't need to use any other oil. I also have some sofrito, pre-prepared. Link in my description on how to do this sofrito, which I prepared 14 months ago. But in addition to that, if you don't have sofrito pre-prepared, you can actually do real-time sofrito by using the ingredients. And in essence, I'm going to turn this down because it's jumping. And in essence, what you do is you chop it, you put it there real time. Let me move this around. Let me add the entire thing. Grated tomato, because I don't like canned tomato. I'm going to put a little bit of olive. You don't have to. I will. Just a little bit. Let me add some smoked paprika. It's about a quarter of a teaspoon. Ooh, this guy's Aaron is acting out today. Here's my Vienna sausages or salchichas. I have about a can and a half. Actually, 2 cans. I don't care. So what I did is I cut them in pieces, creating the base with them right now. I have 2 cups of medium rice, which I'm not going to put there yet. Some people like to cook it with large rice, that's fine. What I don't understand is when people do with jasmine rice, which is more for Asian type food, or perhaps for, salads or whatever. So what I'm going to do, because I have 2 cups of rice, I'm going to use about 2 cups and a half of water. 2 cups of rice, 2 cups and a half of water, because I also had to account for the solids, the other solids. And I'm going to turn the heat up because I want this boiling. And what I'm doing is I'm creating the broth. If I would add the rice first, like a lot of people do, and then the water, what you're doing is just adding water to your rice. But by doing this method, I'm doing a broth for my rice. I'm going to give it a taste. Clearly needs salt. We already knew that, but I will give it a taste just in case. Put salt to taste. I'm waiting for this to boil a little bit. I think I'm going to need a little bit more water. Remains to be seen. So water's getting almost there, so I'm going to add the rice. Move it around. You want it to mix it up now. That's when you want to mix it up. Judging by the amount of solids and stuff, let me measure this a little bit. It's about right. Yeah, it's about right. It's about tip of the finger. So let me move it a little bit once again before I stop moving it for a while. When it starts boiling, you cover it up. And let it cook until the water drain. And then you start doing your move, which I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to turn the heat back from high to medium. And I'm going to cover this up. Whew. The water is draining a little bit, not quite there yet. But I'm going to give it a first stir carefully, lift and drop, lift and drop, lift and drop. I'm not moving things crazily, see? I'm lifting and dropping because still water on it. And lifting and dropping, lifting and dropping, lifting and dropping. See? I'm doing it carefully. I'm not going like mixing things crazily. No. At first, I'm only lifting and dropping. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to minimize the amount of burn at the bottom. Which when you do this kind of rice, it's not much you can do about it, but you can minimize it. So lift and drop, lift and drop, lift and drop. And that's enough for now. Yeah. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to cover again for a couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes. So it's been 3 minutes. Let me take this up. This thing is almost ready. Now I do more of the stirring and mixing. more liberal. Making sure the salchichas or the Vienna sausages are here. See how easy it is. Actually, let me show you something. See the rice, you know, grainy, nice. See? See how nice it is? My technique works, fellas. My technique works. See how nice? And I'm using medium rice. A lot of people avoid it because they're afraid that the rice is not going to turn right. No, follow my technique. This is the actual rice you should be using. Although you can use some extra long too, depending on the situation, but this is perfect. See? This is perfect. This is ready. Oh yeah. It is ready. So take it out of the heat. That's it.